Hello, we're going to chat about some ideas for low-cost maker take-home. There is the bit.ly for the presentation slideshow, so I'll give you a moment to write that down. I put all caps LCMTH, low-cost maker take-home. I'm trying to get a hashtag going on Twitter or Facebook so people can focus on one search for ideas and sharing. First thing to think about is everyone has a different idea of what low cost is, so we just have to be respectful of that. The second is when you're looking at what's at home for kids to make with, you have to assume nothing. They might not have scissors, rulers, paper clips, tape. You don't know what they have, so you can't assume that they have it. Not every household has the same stuff, or not all kids might be allowed to use them. Some people have talked about doing a little pre-survey with your kids before sending things home, before making kits, to see what kind of things they have, what's in common. Maybe you can then personalize some kits to help with some kids who don't have some things that we think are common. Another person recommend them getting a box together and then just having them go find some sort of things they think they can make with, and I'll put it into a box and put it in one place, the materials and tools that they might use, getting it all together, and that would help them with what they have. Number 3, I think you need to really communicate with the parents, because this is a completely different idea. Making it home for school. You need to talk to them about some of this might be messy and where it might be messy, some of the points where kids might get stuck on things, their expectations for how much they should be involved and how much they should help, space ideas of what kind of space that the kids might need. Not every kid has the space to do things like this at. How much should the parents help? You might think about creating a little video about the ideas on what's going on. Sometimes a short video is better than a long email. Fourth idea is that when you send a kit home, put some maker cards with it, some challenge cards, so it's really focused on what they're going to be creating. Get them started that way, and then you can open things up a little bit later on. Challenge cards can't be too hard to make. You can make them in Canva, which is a free design, browser-based design software. You can make them in Google Slides, make them in anything. So when we're going to do this online, we're going to ask for people examples, but I have some examples later. What tends to show up is we get into tiers of ideas. Some are just, like stick some things in a paper bag or a baggie. Some are, we need enough stuff. We have enough stuff we need to put into a tote. And then we have this idea of STEM kits or take-home kits from companies. Companies like ours, we have a whole line of take-home kits ranging from $5 to $20. Again, not everyone's low cost is the same idea. So I had found some other examples on Twitter. And if you have my presentation, again, at the beginning, there's a link to the bit.ly. These are all linked to the suite, so you could follow Renee and see how her project is going. Heather was doing a kit also for kids, so you could follow her and check in with her and how the process is going. Again, everything is going to be about iterations. Zelia is also doing this, and she's got some tools in her kit, because everyone's going to have different ideas on what the kids need to make and make with. And it's a great idea to share everyone's ideas. We had a lot of discussions about toolkits and what tools should you include for kids. Not all parents are comfortable with tools, and again, that gets back to the expectations that your kid can use a hacksaw. And Mr. Scott has his toolkit up here. So again, follow him, check in with him. And Ken and his gang put together a kit also. Their core of their tools is actually a jewelry kit from Michaels, which runs from $8 to $10. It's got a bunch of different pliers and a micrometer. I have a list of items, and they range from some things we kind of tend to call common items that you might want to talk with people about donations. I have a shopping list with links to Amazon purchases, and then I also have a link of tools. I'll pop over to that. Hopefully quicker than this, but it's going to ask you to make a copy. So JC Massick had started this list a while ago, and I've tweaked and rearranged and done some things, but I want to recognize that she started this. So some of the no-cost items you can get people to donate, possibly, that kids might not have at home. And then a whole list of low-cost items there that, no, you don't have to include everything, but what kind of things you need. So I was trying to give you ideas, get you links. People laugh at me because I talk about using golf pencils. If you ever used a whole pencil, well, golf pencil is probably pretty good. And then I go through a list of tools. Rulers. Kids might not even have rulers at home. There's that link for that jewelry kit. Scissors. When was the last time you tried to find a pair of scissors in your house? And depending on where you're at, what you're making, safety goggles and paintbrushes. So just trying to give us some ideas and some links to get us going. If you have other ideas, please send them to me, and I will just keep making the list big. And like I said, making a whole other list. Maybe people are going to want to send pencils, colored pencils and crayons, Play-Doh, things that you might think the kids have, but they might not. Dowel rods, ping pong. What other things might people want to do? So that's my list. Send me ideas. Let's chat. Let's talk. And I will keep making my list get bigger. There's my email. There's our company's website and our social media. Thanks for listening. Have a good time. Keep on making.